Good morning. Welcome to American Senior Community's ASC CARE Network. I'm Jerald Cosey, your host, and today we're having a discussion with some phenomenal nurses within our organization. They are graduates of a program that we call the O2NE program. So with us today, I'll go around our panel and ask them to introduce themselves. Let's start with you, Ashley.
I'm Ashley Mayer. I am the Director of Nursing at Greenwood Meadows.
Brenda.
Brenda Mims. I am a Regional Director of Clinical Services.
Tony.
I'm Anthony Peters. I work for Heritage Park Nursing Home as the infection preventionist.
Nikki.
I'm Nikita Blunt. I'm LPN at Beech Grove Meadows.
And last but not least, Trisha.
Trisha Johnson, and I'm the Senior Talent Development Consultant.
Share with us just an overview of what the O2NE program is all about.
It's one of our educational initiatives that we fully fund our employees to go back to school to earn either their LPN and or their RN degree. And it's a nomination base, and what we look for are employees who truly live that ASC CARE values and also want to further their career.
For those who are not in our industry, there is a high demand for nurses within healthcare. So here at American Senior Communities is part of our leadership development initiatives that we have going on. So our first question for our panelists, why did you choose the profession of nursing? And let's start with you, Nikki.
I've always wanted to become a nurse since I was younger, excuse me. And my mother got sick at an early age, so I was taking care of her. And then I started working here at Beech Grove Meadows. So I just always wanted to become a nurse. It just took a little while, but I'm here now and I'm grateful for it. So
we're grateful to have you. Tony, why did you choose nursing?
I wanted a career that I could feel proud of what I was doing in and help others. And it just looked like the best fit for me, especially in long-term care.
Brenda?
So my sister was a preemie actually, and spending time in the NICU, watching her when I was 12, I just saw all the nurses and thought they were amazing and thought I wanted to do that.
Miss Ashley.
When I was 16, my older brother was in a car accident and he was in the ICU, and one of the nurses wasn't very nice, and I wanted to kind of be a nurse to not be a nurse like that and change, the way that a nurse would treat families and things like that. And then unfortunately he passed away. So just seeing all that made me want to be a nurse.
What is your fondest memory when you think of your participation with the O2NE program?
So I was one of the first groups of nurses to go through. I'd say my fondest memory is calling Trisha after a very rough clinical day. It was a good one, and her just really helping me through what I was going through, talking with the school, just really having someone have your back through the whole thing is probably the greatest gift of the O2NE program.
For all those men and women considering a career in nursing, I think what's important that Brenda just said is making sure that you have support, making sure that you have mentors, making sure you have someone to go along with you on the journey, because nothing worthwhile is easy. And every bit of emotional support you can receive is going to help you with that. Ashley, what is your greatest or fondest memory from the O2NE program?
Being able to do it with another coworker, Marion, driving back and forth to Lafayette. And then when COVID hit, then we got to do all the virtual stuff. So the last 2 semesters were easier, I think, because it was virtual, but then harder too, because we were dealing with a pandemic. So that was my fondest memory.
Ashley was the assistant director of nursing at Greenwood Meadows when I was the executive director. So I had the privilege of being under her leadership. She helped keep me alive, and I am so thankful for her. So Ashley is now the director of nursing at Greenwood Meadows, and we're just so proud of what she's been able to accomplish. Tony, what is your fondest memory of the program?
I would say my fondest memory of the program would be just the support and the faith the company put in me to go forward. That encouraged me and gave me the faith in myself to go and achieve it.
And Nikki?
My fondest memory is I've been in the program for a while. I had an issue back it was probably about 2018, and I was about 2 months done with the program and the school shut down. And so I called Trisha and I was all upset, and I told her I wasn't doing it no more. I wasn't going on, I wasn't gonna do it. But just her and her motivation and her support, and her telling me to not say that we was going to find another school, we was going to get it done, and just her, support and all of that. And so I was really grateful for her, because if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. So
thank you for not giving up. I continue to say nothing worthwhile is easy, and all of our challenging goals are going to require extra effort. But when we get there, and the beautiful part about nursing, when we get there, we have an opportunity to serve others with the skill set that we just developed. So Trisha, if I could ask you, and just so everyone knows, Trisha let me know before we started, this isn't about me, Jerald, it's about our nurses. So I want to preface that because I know it's important to her. But with that, Trisha, as the leader of this program, what is your fondest memory?
Jerald, I have so many wonderful memories of the program, because since its inception in 2008, we've graduated over 236 participants through the program. And I think that each year I put a little bit of different piece of me in the groups that's participating, and we hold a luncheon every year. And I think those luncheons are probably my fondest memories, because we actually get to see the program through fruition. And now, since its inception, we're also seeing that full circle, where we have our DNSs now, who we have roughly about 16 DNSs who have graduated through the program, who are now putting folks through the program and seeing them graduate as well through the one program. And so I think that's my fondest memory, is just seeing how everybody is paying it forward.
So for those that are outside of our industry, when Trisha mentioned we had 16 DNSs, that position is called Director of Nursing Services. And for every nursing home, if you will, there is a head of the clinical programs within that facility. That responsibility belongs to the Director of Nursing Services. So with that, it's a serious position that requires a great deal of effort and a high level of expertise. And so when I hear that we've had 16 clinical leaders come out of the program, I just celebrate that. It's an awesome accomplishment. What advice would you give a professional looking to join the nursing profession? And let's start with you, Tony.
I would say that it will just give you a feeling of accomplishment. You'll make bonds with not only your residents that you'll take care of, but your coworkers. Nurses are there to help, hold each other up and really empower each other. You'll make friends for life.
So you all have a really strong community within the nursing profession?
Yes, we do.
Okay, I thought it was just me as executive director when nurses want to boss me around and try and tell me. Okay. Ms. Brenda, you're a consultant for our organization. So for those outside of the industry, Brenda was a director of nursing services, and now she has been promoted to a consultant level, which means that she covers multiple buildings and she supports the director of nursing in that particular community. So when it comes down to quality, we have a community that allows our leaders to grow and to develop. So I thank you for that, Brenda. What would you like to share with future leaders who want to become nurses?
I think the biggest thing is, number one, don't let nursing school get you down. That was some of the roughest times. I'm sure everybody on this panel can attest to that. The next thing is, it is a job that will wear on you, but it is so rewarding. At the end of the day, when you can go home and know that you took care of people's loved ones, their grandparents, their husbands, their wives, knowing that you gave them everything you had is just the most rewarding feeling. at the end of the day.
Ashley?
School is going to be hard, and I'd wanted to quit multiple times, and I feel like it is very rewarding and worth the wait, and it may take you more than the allotted time that you're supposed to get done with nursing school, but just keep pushing. It's worth it. Don't stop trying, and hopefully you have a good support system.
And Nikki?
I would say definitely make sure you have the care and compassion for nursing, because it's not just about the paycheck. Most people may think that, but make sure that when you come into the field that you have that care and compassion that is needed for this profession.
Before we end, I just want to go around the room and ask if you have any final comments that you would like to share.
I'm just grateful for everything the O2NE program, the O2NE program, has done for me, and without it, I would have not been able to go back. I can't thank Trish enough and ASC community.
Ashley?
Yeah, I try to push everybody to apply for the program and stay with ASC, and the CNAs, we try to build them up to QMAs, and then, to go to the one program to be LPNs, and then on to RNs, and just keep going until you can't stop.
And that's a great point, Ashley. So we have many who have been CNAs who went into the program and came out as LPNs. We've had many LPNs who entered the program and come out as RNs. So nursing is basically changing people's lives in so many ways. And it's a career where it's a career space that will always have a need. Nikki, any final comments you want to share with the group?
Well, I've been here at Beach Grove Meadows in August to be 25 years. I started out with CNA, restorative, QMA. I did the CNA to LPN, and I'll be ready for the LPN to RN soon. Yeah, just starting here at a young age, being here this long through the company at one building. And it's really just a blessing, but I couldn't have done it without Trisha, because she has been a big part of my life, starting with the one program all the way through. And even after the one program, she still continues to be a big support. So that's the goal. When you're done, she's still there with you, making sure everything's okay, pushing you. She's pushing me to get higher, going up the ladder. And, I'm so grateful for her. So when somebody get in that program, she will be there. So just get in the program and you'll get Trisha. So
Awesome. Brenda?
I think it all starts with the care and compassion. That's where we pick a lot of these people for this program. The ones who truly care about the residents they serve and the job they do. And then from there, as everybody's saying, the growth potential is beyond belief. I mean, I started out as an LPN on the floor, and now I'm in regional home office. I never thought I would do that, but here we are. And I think just continuing to support each other and getting people through this program and getting the word out about it is going to be key to continuing the nursing profession overall.
Thank you, Brenda. That brings up a point that I'd like to share. We have people who desire to become executive directors, and they join our cohort AIT program. So not only are we developing nurses, but we're also developing administrators. And yours truly was an ASC AIT 10 years ago. And I've operated a community for 9 years, and now I am doing leadership development. So the point I want to make with that is we are all developing, and everybody wants to grow. Everyone wants to have a career that they could be proud of. And all it takes is effort and opportunity. Finding good mentors, putting in the work, and executing the plan. So we know that you all can do it. So in honor of our leader, Trisha, I want to allow her to have the final comment before we exit this call.
Thanks, Jerald. I think one of the most important things that people need to remember is always follow your dream. One of the most important pieces of the ONE program is that we develop a well-rounded person. We're not just looking at the educational journey, where I help them develop them. I'm a part of their development of a broader individual, not just in education as far as the academic piece of it. It's also growing in leadership development. It's also, you know, just time management, critical thinking. Everything is encompassed in this program, and it helps them develop as a person. And so I think that that's the most important piece that you need to get out of what the ONE program will offer you. It's a career, not a job, but also to become a well-rounded individual.
I can't say enough how much I appreciate each and every one of you, how much I value your profession. And we thank you so very much for your service, for your sacrifice, for the days that you come in, the days that you tell your family you can't do something that was already scheduled because the building calls. We appreciate your commitment. And on behalf of our residents across the world, on behalf of the families of those who live in skilled nursing communities and assisted living facilities, we want to thank you all.